Hey, what's good, everybody? Let's go ahead, shuffle the playlists, turn it down. Hey, what up, Oravax? Yeah. So before I just had it say Squirrels, but I've kind of gone in the direction. The last couple streams I've been building into cold and crit, so that's what we've been doing. I just decided to make it official because people were coming in and going, "Oh, you're playing Squirrels. Which one? Are you playing like a crit, or are you playing like a bleed Squirrels?" That's also a very common thing. And looking at the setup, we've taken this node right here, this node, and this node. So we've got some cold going on, you know, frozen fanes with the ice bite, that sort of thing. And then if we go over here into Warcry, we've taken the cold nodes. Hey, what up, Blue Beyond? How you doing? So yeah, we're doing basically cold crit. So got my eyes on Epoch. I guess I don't have any Apogees. Oh, I might have one in the Nemesis right now. Plus 34 is crazy. Yeah. Frozen Light. So what we got right now, originally I was using T-Rex, but there's like a bug right now that causes the interaction to bug out. So what I've been doing is essentially the freebie wolves that you get bug out and they'll just randomly despawn. And so that's been an issue. And when you have the T-Rex, skull right here, the bonus wolf doesn't come back. It'll stay despawned because the T-Rex has taken its place. End of quote. And so instead of having 12 wolves, 12 squirrels, I'll have 10. So what I have to do is take the T-Rex skull off, resummon the wolves, put it back on, and since I get levels from T-Rex, I then got to go put those points back in, do a couple echoes, and then do it all over again. It's annoying. So I've been using the shield. Shield gives +4 to strength skills, and wolves is a strength skill. +16 to strength. Very nice. Wolves do scale with strength. And even though this is kind of like a nudged in the Sentinel direction, you know, if you're using Vengeance, that sort of thing. But at the very bottom, it also says you and your minions have all the way up to 42% increased area for melee area skills. My wolves, now squirrels, are melee based, so they have a wider area to attack. We got a low roll here, but that's fine. I mean, obviously what you want is the +4, the 16, and then 42. There's a bunch of stuff to get here. So 26, bit of a low roll, but I think it's still pretty good nonetheless. So this node still bugs out from time to time, but when you're using the shield, you can just resummon the wolves. Resummon the squirrels in this case. You can just summon them back up, and it's no issue. So it sucks that they bug out, but you can just resummon them, no problem. As opposed to if you have T-Rex, it stays bugged, that sort of thing. So, you know, now we got 12. And that's what we're doing. What are you up to, Blue Beyond? What are you playing? What are you playing these days, man? Hey, Trader, what's good? What's good, man? I like the build. Oh, thanks. Have you played this one before? Oh, it seems cool the way I described it. Yeah, well, So originally, I built it around the bugs suck. Yeah, originally I built it around having the T-Rex, and then we were just sprinkling squirrels on. But it became pretty apparent early on that the T-Rex was, well, it looked like it scaled well, but it wasn't doing as well. It had a lot of health. One thing I noticed is it was not. What's the word? It was not leeching any health. So it would just go until it died. And then it would instantly resummon, so that's all good. But it was the constant resummonings that I think kind of messed with the node. And the node's bugged. Hell hath no fury, like a squirrel scorned or something. Hey, what up, Deej? Finish my VK, thinking what to build next. Alright, so just to let you in on a little something that I was testing before the stream, I was testing out Swordcatcher Rive with the Butcher's Crown in Legacy. So I had to go farm myself a Butcher's Crown. I got a not so great Butcher's Crown, but it gives me the option to use it. Hey, bro, buddy, man, like it was strong. It was strong. The reason why I tested it in Legacy as well is I already had a pretty good sword catcher at a 3 LP that I had slammed with all the good stuff. Right, melee crit, area, armor shred. It was just absolute beast. Probably the best sword catcher I'll ever have in my life. And then I also have a Shattered Worlds over there. And if you didn't know, Shattered Worlds can give you up to 100% increased effective fury. And then you also get increased effective fury from the Butcher's Crown. And then you also get increased effective fury from Swordcatcher. If you're able to get max on all of those rolls, we're talking hundreds. And then you can go for the experimental affix on your boots. It's quite potent. So, you know, I was able to provide proof of concept that way. So I'm excited about that. I might actually try and build that one in season now. Now, I'm probably not going to have a Shattered Worlds on it, which, I mean, is unfortunate. I really, Shattered Worlds really makes it. That was on VK. That was on Void Knight, but I suppose you could also, it'd be probably more interesting to do it on Paladin. Because the damage is neutral, you know? Because all the bonus damage you get from Swordcatcher can also be applied. We can even probably do it as a Forge Guard build. Now, you get a lot of nice to haves with Void Knight, primarily Echoes, right? Echoes are extremely strong, so honestly, it felt very good. But yeah, I think that'd be interesting to do it on Paladin. Well, in particular on oh gosh, I'm not on Sentinel. I'm so used to being on Sentinel. Hold up. Because on Paladin here, let me just showcase some of it for you. So here he is. All right, so Legacy Ithadel. Let me show you the gear. Like, you know, I'm a Sentinel junkie when I'm playing Primalist, and I'm like, yo, bro, check this out. Yeah, one thing, you're gonna lose a lot of health. All right, you're gonna lose a lot of health this way, but check this out. All right. Now, we got ways around it, right? Whenever we attack, we can just generate health. But if we look over here at the Paladin tree, we can pick up crit multi and crit chance, as well as percent increased crit chance here. So that could be pretty good. you know, Reverence of Duality. We could pick up some good defensive options here, but honestly, this just feels like a good... This feels like a good Void Knight build. Now, Apathy's Maw is still... You're still competing with Apathy's in that slot. And then there's also the melee attack speed. You get a massive amount of it with Void Knight. Then you can convert all the damage over to Void, but... okay, so this is only 500 corruption. I just realized that. So maybe not as impressive, but it I mean, like we are doing a lot of damage here. It's like everything is just melting. And while some of this gear is good, a lot of this gear is like whatever. I'm sure I got some better pieces here in Legacy. Namely, the Sword Catcher's very good. Right? We got +5 to attacks with it. We got a 12% parry chance. But yeah, this is... I mean, 500 corruption just kind of melting when you just look at it. And we don't have melee attack speed on Sword Catcher itself, but with that massive amount of... You know, with that massive amount of... what am I trying to say? With that massive amount of frenzy bonuses that we're getting, it feels very good. You know, like my idols are absolute dog shit. Like, I don't have any Echo. I don't have any critical strike multiplier with Rive idols. Like, right now, I was just trying to get... with this particular setup, I'm just trying to get... resistances taken care of. So, yeah, like, I think this is a viable build with Sword Catcher. Now, Apathy's is probably going to be best in slot for Void Knight. But I think Sword Catcher's fun. Plus, there's a lot of just synergies here. And I just noticed we have critical strike avoidance. Like, I have 95% critical strike chance, and then when I use anomaly, we go over 100%. So the one thing you're going to be battling is this loss of health per second. You lose a percent of health per second, but if you wanted to go like a quite possibly a ward build, you could even take this node over here, you know, ward per healing effectiveness, that sort of thing. The thing that makes it shine is time and faith. You gain mana and 10% of your current health, of your missing health. So the lower health you are, the bigger the gains are. So because of this node, you're able to, if you're paying attention, you have a 2 LP in cycle. I do as well. No, but if you just do a couple of attacks, eventually there comes a point where you're not able to regenerate it that much. But then once you hit an enemy and get your leech going, that's one thing. But yeah, like critical strike avoidance, it's on right now. So I don't even have 100% crit with this because of the critical strike avoidance. Normally I would. 500 corruption, obviously that's kind of low, like just based off the gear I have. You would want way more, and I believe the build can do more. I think the main thing we're going to need is more vitality. I think this could. The main thing we would need, for 800 corruption, I would probably want more than... I'd probably want around at least 4,000 health. But one thing that we get with this, as you know, we do not leech health if we are full, right? So you might get a big hit in, and then and while at full health, and then you yourself take a hit and you got nothing to mitigate it. Since we're constantly losing health with this build, we have pretty much, I'm not going to say 100% uptime with heals because we have to actually hit to be able to leech, but we have close to 100%. So yeah, here's the Butcher's Crown. I got it with no LP. I stuck it in the Nemesis. It gave me mana. My Shattered Worlds is low, very low roll. It is absolutely, I got 10% increased effective frenzy on me. It sucks. Right? Immortal Vice. This is actually a good pair of Immortal Vice, but I put mana on here. You can guess what I was doing with the Erasing Strike in Season 2. But yeah, especially if you can get your hands on a much better Shattered Worlds than this, get that 10% less damage taken. You get 5% base critical strike chance, 100% increased effective frenzy on you. Yeah, so this is definitely a more aspirational build. I don't know if I could build this in cycle, but you could do, instead of Immortal Vice, you could do something else, right? You could do Eternal Gauntlets with melee attack speed, right? Melee attack speed right there. Instead of Shadow Worlds, you can do Anchor of Oblivion. Oh, I realize I only have 20% endurance. A Ravenous Void. Yes, there you go. Ravenous Void. I would probably, if I was going to do Ravenous Void, I would probably want Cleanse. I think I have... Hold up. Did I not get... Oh. I know where it's at. I know where it's at. Here we go. Okay, so let's test this. Do I get more health with this? No. But it gives me Cleanse. So I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, say goodbye to one of the most goated belts I've ever had. But, you know, I'm also going to have to get some endurance because I just realized I'm at 20. But, like, yeah, this build, I think, is the truth. This is probably going to be my next build. I know we just did a Rive build before this, but, I mean, that's how much of a Sentinel guy I am. Like, that's how much I love Sentinel. I'm playing a pretty cool Squirrels build, and I'm already like, yo, Sentinel. And we could probably pick up some endurance on our idols. Oh. Easy fix. I kind of already ran this one before. Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh, no, it doesn't fit. We'll just go back to the carry on. Yeah, Ravenous Void. I think that's a great choice as well. Forget the name. What amulet were you running? Were you running Evolution's End? Were you running Nihilus? Apostate Sanctuary? I'm trying to think. It'd be a ton of extra health, but with that devouring orb, when it's procced by us moving, I know we're not, like, I don't know if they consider that a direct cast. Yeah, I don't know if they consider that a direct cast when you're moving, because if you notice, it goes on cooldown. Okay. Okay, so only anomaly. Yeah, we don't cast enough. Well, I don't know, man. Losing health regen for 4 seconds on a build like that would be devastating because you're constantly losing health. I wonder if they run Penumbras. What does that do? Fixes all your problems? Okay, let me look up some Penumbra. $10 health per crit. Okay, so Penumbra, we could run Penumbra. We have to run Siphon of Anguish. He came back for real, and I got my sets last night. Oh, let's go, Derpasaur. No, I feel like I hit like a truck. That's what I'm talking about, Derp. Okay, so you can run something like Penumbra for 10 health per crit. I wonder if the health that we generate through Time and Faith node... Jeez, like, I don't even want to play this right now. I just want to experiment with that. I just want to experiment. LOL, I'm sorry. Well, the thing I like about Apostates, it's a bone amulet base, right? And you could use like an unspec'd rebuke for a bunch of like upfront ward, right? It doubles the VK passive, right? It was the VK passive before the VK passive was a thing. I remember running it on like a rogue. I mean, it could be pretty good. There we go. Like a Squirrel Girl cosplay. Yeah, I do what I can, Derp. I mean, it looks pretty legit. Yeah. Yeah, it could be the way to go. %, cast speed from dual wielding, right? Because of the new node. Oh, I have an unspent point. All right. So probably 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, then 1 point, 1 point. Maybe a couple points into Ocean Maw. We could also run 5 points here. It's just I don't think we're going to get that much critical strike multiplier because I don't have a ton of decks. I have 93 strength though. Oh great. The node bugged again. Hold on. Let me resummon my... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I would like. What am I trying to say? I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. Break it down. I'll keep that. Could be useful. Oh, right. I want more critical strike avoidance. Okay, cool. It's an so it works with all crit. It's just every third spell is an auto crit, but you lose some critical strike multiplier. The thing is, I think the critical strike multiplier. Let me read the item again real quick, because I think the loss of critical strike multiplier is active all the time. I'm trying to think if that applies to just... Well, no. Hold up. I got to read the item again. I got to read the item again. Yeah, let me double check, because that's the one I use for my machine gun smite. Every third fire spell you cast is guaranteed, but has 36% less critical strike multiplier. Okay, I think based off of this verbiage, it only applies to the automatic crit spell. Every third fire spell has 36% less critical strike multiplier. Hey, what's good, iFlip? Yeah, I've leaned on this one a lot in the past. It's very fun, especially with fire smite builds. So are you guys not playing Diablo today? Diablo. Okay. Let's go, Criskin. I'm having a bear of a time trying to raise corruption this season, having to clear the mono web so far out of the map to get Orbis to show up. Well, Deej, you could speed up the process when you're over here fighting the boss. If you have a number of if you raise stability, fight the boss, especially if you use those little idols, those little needle-looking idols, you can get Gazes of Orbis faster. If you have a certain amount, I believe it's like 8, 9, or 10, it'll just automatically spawn an Orbis. So if you like just kill the boss a bunch of times in one timeline, especially with those idols, and build up a pretty huge amount of Gazes of Orbis, every time you reset an echo, you do one mono, it'll spawn a platform for you to raise corruption. So if you're really just trying to push that corruption like fast as possible, you could do it that way. If you have another character that you've already raised a lot of corruption on, you can just use what is it, Gauntlet? No, it's not Gauntlet of Strife. Is it the Confluence of Oblivion, the one where you fight all the Orbises? Like all 8 of them, and if you do that, it'll take that timeline to the highest corruption you have with another character. Okay. All good. How are the Squirrels holding up? So far, they're holding up all right. I'm at the point now with this setup that I'm going to want some critical strike avoidance for myself. I think right now I have like 50. Which I'm pretty sure you guys know how I feel about all or nothing defense mechanics. Especially with the defensive mechanic that can hit 100%. I'm going to want to try and get that to 100%. So I'm looking for the idols. I believe we need some huge idols with the particular modifier on it that Primalist can get that gives you critical strike avoidance. I want to do that and use it in conjunction with the blessing that you get from the dragon timeline. All right, guys, let's go run some prophecies. How much? I have enough. We don't need ornate. We need the giant ones. We need, yeah, huge idols. There we go. Yeah, we want a huge idol, not a grand idol. Huge. I'll take that one. Might get a huge one out of it. Yeah, just double checking, you know. Runes of Creation. They have their place. Apparently, I'm going to have to kill a bunch of siege golems. I kind of don't like that. Apparently, when I kill, you know, like 5 siege golems, chat, I'm telling you. Explosion. I might have to use a focusing lens. Try and get these huge idols. Huge. Huge. Trying to think, what is a grand idol? Because this is adorned, right? Yeah. I'm sure I got a grand idol. 3x1? Oh, yeah, you're right. And then ornate is the 4x1. Please, I beg of you. Huge. 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 Ugh. Yeah, okay, is there any other? Let's go. Alright, cool. That's good enough. Back to the lab again, I guess. Okay, 1 point. Now we go back to killing things, chat. It's a wonderful time. We're killing things. No! Go! Run! There we go. There we go. Idols for days. Okay. Gains a dive bomb ability. Oh. Better. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff right there. Yo, Looney RG, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hopefully you're having a good one. Take them out, boys. Give me those. Okay, so that's a huge idol. That is a grand idol. Yeah, the 3x1. And that's ornate. Yep. All right. Let's take a look. What do we get? Freeze rate multiplier. Melee stun chance. Okay, that's a possibility. Totem health, but it does have minion melee critical strike chance. What do we got on here? Minion cooldown recovery speed. I don't really think we need that. Okay. So critical strike avoidance. Okay, so 29, 32. That means I have 100%, right? Okay, cool. Okay, I feel better about that now. And then what we'll probably do is go do the timeline. Go do this timeline, increase corruption, that sort of thing. And then farm the boss for a little bit. Try and get a better blessing, and then I could take off one of those idols and put minion crit back on. But let's run this stuff right now. I also got to figure out what I want to put on my ring. Okay. Minion, what would we want on here? How are we doing? Okay, so even without this, we don't... I mean, this would be the only thing that we need. So let's go ahead and try and seal this. Go. Excellent. So what I'm thinking is health. And we're going to do this this rather nice affix. Do I take the chance? It'll be upgraded to 42.8. No, it's already at 42.8. What will it become? It used to tell you right here what it would become. I wonder why they did away with that. That was actually pretty useful, telling you what the exact number would be. Let's do it. 58. All right, well, let's do a nice little rune of refinement here. Let's see if we can get 16 strength. Now let's see if we can increase that. Let's just YOLO. Oh, wait. There we go. YOLO paid off. Okay. So we got some health regen there. We got health regen here. So what do we put on our 2LP? Do we just put like generic damage increases? Here, let me see what Aaron did. Okay, so he went strength and health. Strength and health on both rings. Health regen. Okay. Well, I suppose it's time that we slam this, so... What do I want on here? Maybe... We got plenty of strength. Did I get my stat? Oh, yeah. On the Spriggan seed, I did. We're now contemplating what we want slammed on this Ribbons of Blood. Let's take a look at our accessories. So we could go for health. We could also just go for minion damage. I don't know. I feel like minion damage might be kind of a waste. But like I got something like this, right? We could get a large amount of health and then try and shoot for something like minion damage. And then I also, like, we could grab more strength. Okay, so out of curiosity, what looks better to the eye test? Strength. All right. Obviously, we lose some health, but well, we'll still have this health, but strength, 108. We gain some flat health regen. What about this? So we're going to gain even more health regen. You know, we don't actually have any generic increased sources of health regen other than the blessing. Okay, so how well do these guys scale with strength? They gain damage. They gain percent increased damage. So when we take a 16th strength, what's 4 times 16? I'm bad. So 64. So we can get 64% increased damage, and they would also gain flat health. Interesting. Okay, so they can gain flat health and damage off of strength, or we could do like a percent, or we could do like, you know, percent increased damage, percent increased health. I mean, honestly, the strength is probably the all-arounder here, though I really do like having like a good source of this health. You know what? If this fails, we can just go try and farm another 2 LPs. So yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna do. Oops. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Strength. No, that's a fail. Well, I guess we're going second option here. Okay, that's a good roll. That's a good roll. Minion health is not bad either, so I mean, I guess the only thing would be elemental resistance. I kind of want something a little bit more here, so let's look for strength. Okay, we got some strength there. Now this one could be interesting, health, and we could even get double health. This one we could get strength and health. I think I would want health regen. All things being equal, I would want health and health regen. Now I could put health regen on here, try and, you know, swap the stats. Okay, this go down here. No. Honestly, that's not too bad. Let's just keep that. It would really suck if I got just 1 intelligence on something. Okay. This is a possibility. That's a possibility. This is also a possibility. I would probably prefer T5 minion health. I don't think we're going to have enough. Okay. Let's go minion damage on this one. Oh, ouch. Oh. That's just a shatter. Try and get some of those health shards back. Okay. Yeah, this one's a no-go, unfortunately. This one's a possibility. Okay, you know what? Let's just go. Oh, yeah, what's good, Neff? Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. Let's do that again, all right? I've been kind of having a standard here, so let's just keep it on here. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. We have this 2LP Ribbons of Blood with some pretty nice rolls, and we're going to be slamming it with this Jade Ring. We're going to be locking in the strength, and then we have two other affixes that are fairly good. We're running a Squirrels build. And then we have one affix that, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not as useful, but the strength is going to be the most useful part of this. I'm going to say it right here, I am hoping for the health regen. So let's see if I get it. Now that I've said it, I don't know if I'm going to get it, but let's give it a shot. Locking in the strength. All right, let's see what we got. This has been Slams with Bite. I like it. Thank you so much for the likes over on YouTube, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. That's what I'm talking about, chat. Okay, so we could also go something like Death Rattle. We're just getting so much out of Evolution's End. Like, I feel like I can't give up Evolution's End. That's kind of my position on it. I know we're going to get a massive amount of minion critical strike multiplier, but, oh, buddy, that would hurt. Big? Yeah, that's a big upgrade. This is an Aaron Action RPG approved slam. I've been using Aaron's guide for Squirrels, so if you're interested, exclamation point build. It'll link you to actionrpg.com. Aaron's build for Squirrels. Since the idea I had wasn't panning out, I'm like, okay, what does the expert have to say? What does the minion expert have to say? I'm curious, is urines? No, not really. It's not good for me. New bone tech? New bone tech? What are you talking about, Nav? Are you talking about Frozen's video with the gold? With the gold increases for farming bones? The boner tech? Yeah. Savicus told me about it. He had noticed it on his own. And then I never tested it. And then Frozen Sentinel has actually, you know, he's been able to. He went in, tested it, was able to put some data points on the spreadsheet and show that, yeah, it does in fact work. Well, it's really good if you're also like using the whole bone system to like buy your amber, buy various different things. I personally just kept the XP, all things being equal, just for more favor, but it's pretty good. Yeah. I think that's a cool interaction. Hopefully they keep that. Hey, what up, Savicus? You might try it for a bit? Okay. Hey, Savicus, we're just talking about you. Hey, Savicus, you remember like a few weeks ago you came in and said that the gold bonuses affect ancient bones? That was you who told me, right? Yeah. Well, Frozen actually tested it. I never did. Yeah. Frozen actually tested it. It is a real thing. I don't know if you saw Frozen Sentinel's most recent video. You remember him talking about it? Yeah. Yeah, and the Giga spreadsheet is updated with it. Exactly. Well, I mean, I figured you had tested it since you told me about it. I never actually tested it for myself. Idols everywhere. Okay. Ow. So are you guys playing Diablo today? I'm assuming not because you're here in the last Epoch stream, but curiosity, are you guys playing Diablo or checking it out? I'll probably wait to see if somebody says, you know, whether or not they kind of semi-resurrected the game. You have no desire for that dumpster fire? Well, rumor is that they're bringing Paladin into the game, so they might actually get me to, you know, put last Epoch down for a little bit, but I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like now you're finally introducing something like Paladin, one of the most requested classes to be added to the game. It feels kind of like a desperation play. I'm not gonna lie. If that is indeed the class that is added. Oh, hello there. I like this buggy mess. It's true. $290. Let's keep it going, chat. Haven't bought the expansion. Just seems like the same old thing to me. Maybe later we'll buy the expansion, try to get into it. As somebody who bought the expansion on launch, I mean, it might be better now, but it was certainly the Spiritborn class was certainly unbalanced, and the storyline kind of felt a little to be desired. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It kind of felt like more breadcrumbs. I know that's a bit of a spoiler. Sorry. So if they do another expansion, hopefully the old expansion goes on a massive discount, and then you could pick it up for, you know, pennies on the dollar, and then, you know, see what everybody's reaction to the new expansion is. I'm a diehard Diablo fan. I have all the original software. Oh, you have the box sets with the jewel case and the discs. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't own any of that. I swapped game to play Paladin. LE already has Pally just to see it. This is an exact copy of the idol I already have. That's interesting. I gotta pick it up. Why swap to play Paladin over there? Because it's Diablo Paladin. It's what I wanted to play the most. Crusader was my favorite class from Diablo 3. I love Paladin and Diablo 2. I never played Diablo 1. But I always just liked that holy warrior theme, and it was just, I found it very annoying that they were dragging their feet on introducing a class like that into Diablo 4. It almost felt like they were saving it for in case the game tanked. Like, oh wait, hold up. We got Paladin. Saving it for a patch? Nah, that if it's a class, Diablo's been like, this is Diablo's MO. If it's a class expansion, even if it's a mini expansion, like in Diablo 3, they introduced the Necromancer, and it was introduced as part of the Necromancer expansion. The Necromancer expansion brought like 3 things to the game, and then the Necromancer, and it was like $10. So it was basically a DLC pack, but they still called it an expansion. I'm playing Squirrels finally. This is week 2. What's good, Oak? Though I will say week 1 was a very light week streaming wise because I had too much going on. All right, there we go. Throat has been cleared. I need horns. I guess I can just trade the parts. I need the horns. Great. You need 20 horns for a crystallized heart. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I was saying, Oak, before I started choking on stuff. Random stuff. Last week was a light week. I think I only streamed 3 times. I was out of town Monday. I streamed Tuesday, Wednesday. Work dumped a project on me that they needed me to complete as soon as possible, so I just said F it and did it Thursday night instead of streaming. Which was good because they accepted the results, so yay. And then I streamed Friday, and then I had to do another work function on Saturday, so I didn't stream, and then I don't stream on Sunday, so yeah. I only streamed 3 times last week. That's pretty low for me. Was that Snorlax? Yeah, my wife loves that Pokemon. She likes Snorlax and Pancham. Has she played Power World? No. My wife, like, when my wife plays games, it's on the phone. It would have to be something on the phone. So she likes Candy Crush. We played a lot of Pokemon Go back in the day. We haven't done that as much recently, but she played a lot of that. Yeah, so she likes phone games. Last time I booted it up was a couple months ago. We used to play it like every day. We would like go on walks playing Pokemon Go. Marvel Strike Force. Turtle Fodder. Nemesis. Pokemon Go was a good time. So my fondest memory of Pokemon Go is back in 2016. Back in July. So it launched in July of 2016. Hey, what's good, Morn? So back in 2016, a couple weeks after it came out, I had to go do something called TDY. I'm not exactly sure what TDY stands for, but basically I had to travel to Kansas to do training relevant to my job. I think that's the only time I've ever had to travel for training. The military was starting to introduce these standardized menus that everybody has to follow because they wanted to ensure that all child development centers were providing like nutritious food, because up until that point it was up to each individual child development center what menu they wanted to serve, and they would just have a local dietitian sign off on it. And there was a lot of places that were just take frozen tray pack, stick in oven, bam, you got food, right? Whereas our center was already doing the fresh stuff. Temporary duty, okay. So our center was already doing the fresh stuff. Like we were already on top of it, but they wanted to introduce standardized menus that pretty much took what we were already doing and taking it to everybody else. So I had to go do this training for a week. Believe me, I'm going to make it make sense, guys. So while I'm there, we're in a town called Manhattan, Kansas. And it was a college town. I believe it still is. And I'm telling you guys, I'm in my 20s. I'm in a college town in Kansas. Everybody and their mother was walking around playing Pokemon Go. It was a great time, man. It was a great time. On my last day there was a tornado warning. All right, it's Kansas, right? There was a tornado warning. So we were told to like shelter. And there was a couple ladies that I'd gotten to know on this excursion that they weren't there at the motel. So I went out into I'm like, where the frick are these chicks at? So I go out and there's this tornado warning. It's not too bad, but it's definitely storming outside, right? So I go out, it's like starting to rain. I'm like, where are these chicks? And they come like running from some like part of the town. There was like a university across the street. And they both had obviously been drinking, and they're like, there's like some creeper guy out there on the track. He's like doing stretches. He wanted us. I'm like, what the frick are you talking about? They're like, oh, and we also caught some Pikachus. I'm like, into the motel. Yeah, I heard a babbling bike story alive. Yeah, man, that. I'm like, we got this tornado warning. Like, I think at one point the sirens or the horns were blaring, like, take cover. And then they're out there playing Pokemon Go and drinking and hanging out on a university track and field. And apparently there was some dude out there doing stretches and I don't know. Yeah, it was like when I was living in Manchester when it first came out. Everyone was all over the place. Yeah. What university? Whatever university's in Manhattan, Kansas. Remember when they came out with like the Harry Potter version? I don't think that one did as well. For one thing, I think they all use the same locations that you would, like you would the Pokemon Go. You would do the Harry Potter thing. So you could like literally walk around, load up your Pokemon Go, use the Pokestop, do the gym, whatever, and then switch it over to the Harry Potter one and then do all that stuff there and then switch back. Never heard of it? I think they shut it down. Because I don't think it was doing that well. I mean, Pokemon Go, it was kind of built into the fabric of the game. And it made sense. Though there's gyms, there's you would have the gyms, you would have the Pokestops all built into the game, and it kind of made sense. Like, oh, walk over there, get loot, compete in the gym, continue on. It mirrored the game. Whereas the Harry Potter one didn't make sense. Let me see if I can look it up. Thanks for the likes over on YouTube, guys. Harry Potter Wizards Unite. It was shut down January 2022. Oh, and let me see. University, Manhattan, Kansas. Kansas State University is the one that was located in Manhattan, Kansas. Yeah, it still kind of looks the same. I just remember it just being like pretty much a square. Because, it's Kansas. It's kind of flat, right? I'm here in California where we got a bunch of, like, hills and valleys and stuff like that. Whereas, like, I remember it being the way the city was planned, it almost felt like one big giant square. I did some wild stuff in Kansas, too, when I was younger. That's the only time I've been to Kansas. I mean, what else is there to do in Kansas? I'm sure, if you go to some of the bigger cities or college towns, there might be some bar scenes. Seeing a girl who was in the Air Force and she had me staying illegally in the... Whoa, you were staying in the barracks? Wait. You were staying in the... Yeah, okay. I want to know, how did you guys pull that one off? Like, how did you guys pull that one off? Or is that, don't ask, don't tell? Walked in like you belong there? Oh my gosh. Yes. Escorted them back to the motel. Not to my motel room, but back to the motel. They've been drinking. It wouldn't be proper. I was 18. I didn't know any better. Okay. Morn, you don't have to answer this, but was this before or after September 11th? I guess September 11th, 2021. 2001. Yeah, that makes sense. And and are you also in the United States? I guess that's also another important thing. Was this in the United States? And was this before September 11th, 2001? If it was before, that would make a lot of sense. Like how you're able to do that. Because buddy, I'm telling you, man, after September 11th, because, like, yeah, it was whatever Air Force Base was in Kansas. I don't remember. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Because I know the garrison out here, man, if you're trying to get in and you don't have clearance, like you got to pull off to the side. You got to fill out a questionnaire. You have to provide proof of citizenship. Yeah. Yeah, you have to get a temporary registration just to get on to the garrison. Like, because when I first started working here, like, you had to go on base to, like, do your job interview, right? So it was kind of annoying. I think since then they've found a different location to where they can interview people for jobs and then get them cleared. That way, all you got to do is pull up and provide your security credentials. That's how Bike met Escobar? Yeah, when I was 5, right? It was McConnell. You hid in the shower. Hey, man, hats off to you. That's actually, looking back, that's kind of a fun story you can tell. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was kind of tense, I would imagine. Yeah, civilian male hanging out in female barracks. Yeah, that must have been pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie, man. That must have been... Now, you... Especially pre 9/11, you probably would have just been escorted off base, right? But she... Not sure. Not sure. Would have certainly been frowned upon. Who knows? She was hot. What can I say? I mean, yeah, I don't blame you. Sure. Oh, okay. Okay. So how long did that last, Morn? Was that just like a couple weeks? A month? Did she PCS out? Acting like you belong there will let you into all kinds of places. True. Oh, it was about a week. Still. I met some cool airmen while I was on base, though. One of them even gave me a ride to the airport so I can get back home. Sounds like a great time, bro. Hey, so Oak, if you're still there, what have you been playing lately on Last Epoch? Come on. Give me critical strike avoidance. Went back to my Primalist for a minute after playing the True Sight Rive and felt so squishy compared to Sentinel. Yeah, Sentinel's just got that feel to it, man. It's just got that. I'm trying to think here. This is what we should use. We should use a Twisted Heart of Vukeros. Slammed with strength. Double up on the strength. Get all the strength. We're gonna have so much strength on this build, chat. Darn imprints are proccing like mood swings of a pregnant lady, and then I got 12 items in same trove, then 12 troves without a drop. Well, damn. No. Yeah, man. Hey, there we go. All right, let's go push some corruption. Let's try and make it to 300 today. Build's feeling good, man. Build is feeling good. I want to get that apophagy or apogee rolling. I mean, I think the ultimate answer here is to use Apogees. But yeah, like Beast King could be something we could use. You get the minion health and the damage reduction. I need so many spoons. They seem extra rare this season. Well, ideally 1 giga spoon. Yeah, I got you. 1 giga, 1 mega, 1 insane spoon to rule them all. Hey, we need horns. I'll sleep enough when I'm 6 feet under. Okay, I should be looking for more mantles. Yeah, I don't really know if I need this added minion melee crit. They both have 22% damage redirected to your highest health minion. I guess I'll do this one for now. Do we have... Yeah, I don't know if I need this. Let's look up minion crit. I only have helmets. Well, am I gonna need... Oh, I am gonna need that physical resistance if I go through with this. Did I take block chance? Oh, I'm a genius. All right, I don't know about that, but okay. Let's see what we're dealing with. We're gonna lose a lot of armor. Let's look up Null's Tooth. Flat damage for us and our minions. Increased movement speed. Okay, is it the fact that it gives strength? I mean, the extra flat damage for us and our minions is pretty cool. Okay. Okay, it's not much loss for health. We could hypothetically minion melee crit chance. We could just throw like a T7 strength. Or just throw on a big old fat health. Let's try this for right now. See if we miss the crit too much. Isn't the minion bleed Giga? I think the minion bleed is Giga. There's two things going for me in regards to that. I'm not playing a bleed build. I've already done one bleed build this season. Now you could say I've already done one crit build this season with Rive. But I wanted to play a minion crit build. But it's a fair question. It's a legitimate question. I mean, it looks like we're still getting a decent amount of crit. You only ever knew Squirrels as bleed? So I'm actually the opposite. I only ever knew Squirrels as crit, but that's because I played Squirrels back in Season 1. Before, I mean, I guess bleed was a thing back then, but it seemed like a lot of people were playing the crit version. So that's what I played. You did? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bleed Squirrels was a thing at launch. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like the little minions too. Also, if you've ever seen Monty Python's and the Search for the Holy Grail, there's a scene with a rabbit. The rabbit is feral, to say the least. These guys remind me when I use the Skier Iron Rage and their eyes glow. I'm like, oh, dude, Monty Python's right there. Just unlock the hidden memory, yeah. Yeah, if I had a 2 LP, I would probably consider it, but let's try and get that 39%. Honestly, I guess I don't even have to be using. Okay, so we're probably going to have close to 4,000 health. I probably got some, like, cheap throwaway. There we go. There we go. Level 64, let's go. I guess the totem health makes sense. What's my critical strike? It's 114. 82. That is not acceptable. Oh. Gosh. I should just run around like this. What's up, guys? Oh. We almost hit that 4,000 health mark, baby. But Druid, though. Yeah, I got you. Greased up deaf guy. Oh, this would be an upgrade. This would definitely be an upgrade if I got LP on this. Now that I've said it, though. He's too slippery. Is my washing machine about to take orbit? Unlock zombies mode? My gaming experiment has produced results. Is this in reference to what you were telling me about yesterday? Home Alone housewife mode? What? You're having fun with D4. Are you sure you'll be bored in a couple days, but you're having a good time right now? Hey, man, I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. Oh, you're talking about the... Okay. No. No, Savicus, you got to understand what happened. Now that makes sense, but the context completely changed. Right? You were responding to NAF, but what had just happened is I had read, okay, well, so far my gaming experiment has produced results. Did you press the Home Alone Housewife mode? Housewife mode? Yes. And I'm like, huh? I was lost. But, you know, in the context of NAF, yeah, now that makes sense. See, the context had already shifted in my mind because I read it. Oh. My gaming experiment paid off. Did you press the Home Alone Housewife mode? What? Now I want a McDouble. Yeah, my wife and I went to McDonald's on Sunday. No, Saturday. You see, they brought back the little BTS like Tiny Tan figures. She loves BTS, so they brought them back. So we actually bought some Happy Meals. And I was like, no, we can't just be two adults with no kids in the car pull up and ask for some Happy Meals. Now, you know, the astute mind go, well, maybe the kids are at home and you're picking up. I wanted to, you know, no thought whatsoever. I added on some actual food like a McDouble or you know, Big Mac, something. Just didn't want to be picking up two Happy Meals and driving off. I guess minion dodge rating's not too bad. I don't get the prophecy sometimes. I had all of them for rooms. Some exiled mage that needed 3 kills 2 times are done. Some aren't, and I started all at the same time. Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, no. I think we can just go off of this. Maybe making aspect of the shark last longer. Oh, I guess that's where Ocean Maw comes in. We could put like 2 points into this just to make it last a little bit longer. Then after that, we could probably put some points into this. The movement speed one doesn't seem too bad. Be right back, guys. Hey, what's up, Tilron? How are things? Things are going very well tonight. We're about to push into the very nice 300 corruption zone. Yo! Oh, thank you so much, Red Jedi. Oh, wait, did that close out our big goal? Hey, we hit it! Thank you so much, man. Oh, wall transformed. Oh. I came, I saw, I smashed the big goal. The killer squirrels of death seem to... Yeah, they're working very well. They're working very well. What we're trying to do now is we're trying to get a sword. A unique sword called Epoch. And we're going to try and make that work. So speaking of which, let me go pick up some prophecies. For Epoch. Yeah, thank you so much for the 200 bits, Big Red Jet. I appreciate it.
I knew you had something to ask. It would be my pleasure to satisfy your curiosity.
Yeah, we want Epoch. Actually, I'm just gonna take the hit. What is this real quick? Oh, okay, cool. Siege Golem? Sure. Just wanted to stop in and say hi quick. Gotta take care of the munchkins. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Yo, Big Red Jedi, thank you so much for coming in and absolutely smashing the big goal. And always a pleasure. You take care, man. Have fun with the munchkins. You know, when you have a lot of drops and you pick some up, you can reorganize the list of drops on the ground. If you open and close loot filter, now you can just go press X to disable. Interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Come on, give me a nice 12 bomb for unique one-handed swords. Oh, I mean, I'll take those 4s. I'm going to save the rest of my favor for unique one-handed swords. All right, let's do this. The murder circus has popped back into town. Sure, let's push this corruption. We can go higher. We can go more. $348. Gotta go get energy drinks. I might have overslept. Feel great. Oh. What? Wait, are you saying I don't have a 3LP filter? What in the... Oh. Oh, oops. Okay, just to confirm it's working. There, now it's working. Uh-oh. Don't think I'm ever going to get that shield. What shield were you looking for? Oh, Thorn Shell? Right. Yeah. I remember. Apogee. Are you saying it's pronounced Apogee? Brain rot. You can keep the coffee, give me the caffeine. Okay. Extract it. That is the thing. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube. Okay. How to pronounce that? According to Saphicus. Now I don't know if he was kidding, but he's saying apogee. Apogee.
Apogee.
What was I saying?
Apogee. 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 Apogee.
He had to be trolling me. There's no way. I was kidding. I was like, why that pronunciation too, man? Oh. Oh, actually. Turtle fodder. Okay, this one's 22%. Honestly, let's just duplicate this. Obviously, I would prefer a T7. Well, maybe we have a T7 random thing in here. Let's look at weapons. Maybe have a T7 sword. Yeah, critical strike multiplier. Yeah, let's see. Can we craft... Okay, go here. Go here. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, now become 32. 30's good. 29. Okay, well, that's my own fault. Okay, which one? Any future build plans? Yeah, you got here after that conference because it was right at the top of the stream. I finally in Legacy because I had to go get the materials. I had everything else, but I had to go get the materials to be able to get a Butcher's Crown in Legacy. And so I was able to test Swordcatcher Rive with a Butcher's Crown, and it was pretty dope. Now, the reason why I did it in Legacy is because I already had a bunch of good items. Also, I have a Shattered Worlds and Immortal Vice gloves. And obviously, with a lot of builds, they do well with those two items. But especially that, because you get that insane amount of increased frenzy effect. You get up to 100% with Shattered Worlds, and you have haste all the time, and you have damage reduction. And then and +1 to all skills. It's base crit chance. It's insane. And then the Immortal Vice gloves. You get all that attack speed, health, leech, strength. Could I farm it? I would have to get better gear for it. I don't know, because you're constantly losing health. That's one issue with it. You're constantly losing health. Now, the one nice thing about constantly losing health is you constantly can leech. But for that one in particular, I would want a better Titan Heart so I can get health and +4 to Rive on it. Like a 2 LP. And I would obviously want a better Butcher's Crown. Unfortunately, both the Shattered Worlds and the Immortal Vice I had slammed with mana because I was doing a lot of Erasing Strike back in Season 2 with it. So if I had better items for it, I mean, possibly. It does a lot of damage. And my gear is not the greatest. Oh, yeah. Let's try this out. Right. See, that is a concern. But Leech is not our only source of health. We also gain health from Time and Faith. You're spamming Healing Hands? Works on Rive for heals. What, you mean you attack with Rive and you heal? I mean, giving up 2 tier 6 flats for 1 tier 7 flat. Okay, so are you self-casting Healing Hands? Or were you just attacking with Rive and you were proccing Healing Hands, it was healing you? Let's try this out. Oh, you were self-casting Healings. Okay. Are you serious? I just want to try out the sword, man. Apparently, we're not trying out anything right now. All right, you know what? Take a break, Epoch. Dude, Epoch can drive me crazy sometimes, especially when I'm like, yeah, take a break. Especially when I'm like, oh, I got this new thing. Let's go test it out. And it's like, Game heard me and went bye-bye? Apparently. I just heard choking in the background. Like, you okay over there? Okay. Let's try that. Naf, did you take the wand blessing from Blood, Frost, and Death? Does imprinting ladle help? It's a boss drop. Yeah, you got it max. Okay. Well, there's my suggestion. Oh, for funsies. You never know. Oh. All right, let me see if I can show you this Savicus. On that monolith 3 times, if you don't touch the eggs or complete monolith to form bones. There you go. So, let me see. Yeah, you guys can see that. So you constantly lose health with the Butcher's Crown. I know this one's terrible. I would prefer like Vitality or something. But if you attack, right, there's a node called Time and Faith. You gain 10% of your missing health every time you attack. You don't have to hit anything. So you can top off your health this way and then go fight enemies. And then your leech will kick in. So this is 500 corruption. Oh no, I don't want to do this. And I don't really think I am using Immortal Vice, so we're getting some attack speed that way. But all the increase effect of Frenzy on us is just, it's insane. Like, we attack pretty fast. And the gear is moderate. I wouldn't say this is insane levels of gear, but I also wouldn't say this is, you know, junk pieces. Obviously, we got Shadow Worlds and Immortal Vice, but they don't have the right slams on them. See, we got mana. We got mana. This is a Nemesis special. This is my only Butcher's Crown on this account. Solaron's T6 movement speed health. That could be fine. This is nice. Shatter Chains is nice. I think this is a moderate Siphon of Anguish. An okay Coral Rain. I mean, we're using Critical Strike Avoidance with this. Health, that sort of thing. Sword Catcher. Now, this is kind of insane for a Sword Catcher. But the main thing you're looking for is melee critical strike chance. Obviously, Sword Catcher is kind of difficult because you're trying to get increased effective Frenzy. You're trying to get a good amount of melee damage while you have Frenzy, as well as melee damage for you and your minions, as well as +5 or +6 to your melee attack, so you can get stuff like, you know, 30 to your Rive. This is kind of an RNG item. Plus, I mean, I'm most likely will never get a 3LP Sword Catcher ever again. Glad I had a great slam for it back in Cycle 1.1. This is like before the refresh. Yeah. This is an okay Titan Heart. I don't even have Echo Idols because right now I'm just hurting for resistances. Our armor's not that high. You got T7 melee crit, T7 melee void on Apathy. You're using the Butcher Crown. Yeah. So when I saw Butcher's Crown, I thought, hey, Sword Catcher. Because I enjoyed Sword Catcher Rive, so I decided to try it out in Legacy, where I already have, you know, some pieces of gear for it. Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Obviously, this is more of a high-end setup-ish, you know, with the Aberoth, the Uber Aberoth items. A lot of people are not going to have those. Unless you're playing Merchant's Guild and maybe you got enough cash you can buy some. Rives never lack damage. You had 2.3 million DPS on your tooltip. I mean, tooltip DPS is fine. I just find it's generally not as accurate as I would like it to be. That's an insane amount of damage. I mean, what are we rocking? Yeah, 221, right? 221 DPS apparently, or 300,000. I'm pretty sure we're doing more than that. You can't take Aberoth because you don't have defenses, but I mean, that's typically a lot of builds. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, guys. I mean, yeah, okay, I got you, Savicus. You're trying to put together a build specifically for Uber Aberoth. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see, do we know anybody streaming last Epoch? Control Alt Dad. All I need to see. Let's go ahead and raid Control Alt Dad, friend of the channel. All right, guys, I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. We will continue to be playing the Squirrels build. It looks like it's starting to take off. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a good one. Have a wonderful night, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Say hi to Control Alt Dad if you're over here on Twitch. YouTube, thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate the likes. Thank you for turning out. I really appreciate all the support you guys bring. Thank you. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. You guys take care. Peace out.